My name is Willgert, and I sit here together with Sergej Beljajev. Sergej is the Russian ambassador here in Sweden. Very nice to have you here again. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much, and good morning and god morgon.
Yeah, good morning. Last time we met, my feeling was a bit positive, but today Donald Trump seems quite angry. He's disappointed, and he also declares that now U.S. weapon will float into Ukraine. Are we going away from peace, or are we going towards peace?
It is difficult to say. I hope that we are moving in a better direction. Mm-hmm. Of course, diplomacy is a skill of possibilities, and negotiations and contacts are continuing. We still have contacts with our American partners. Several days ago in Indonesia, there was a meeting between our Foreign Minister Lavrov and State Secretary Rubio. We, since our last meeting, had at least two rounds of direct communications with the Ukrainian side in Istanbul. So the things are going on. Of course, they are not going as smoothly and rapidly as we maybe would like. Mm. But it is understandable that when we are dealing with a very difficult international situation, the process will not be easy.
When the war started, European countries were not sending weapons into Ukraine. Germany sent thousands of helmets, and Sweden sent blankets and that kind of thing. So we were not so interested in taking part in the war. But today, a lot of European countries want to participate and also send weapons and be a force in this. What is your view on this different situation for the European countries?
European countries and European Union is very involved now in this crisis. Mm-hmm. And a lot of taxpayers' money is used for this. And for many politicians, it's just impossible to say that it was, for nothing. Mm-hmm. Because that's why for Americans, the situation is much better. They can say that the previous administration was wrong, and they have more, free hands in this issue towards the Ukrainian crisis as well. Mm-hmm. The Europeans have to carry responsibility for their deeds, what they have already done. Mm. And we see now the interesting situation that the biggest obstacle to peace in Ukraine is the European Union.
Mm. Can you explain in which way?
In the way that it is supporting the Kiev regime, mm-hmm. and is trying to keep Ukrainians in a war as long as possible. Mm-hmm. Because, first of all, European Union and, first of all, France, Germany, and Great Britain very clearly declared that their aim is to defeat Russia, not to achieve peace in Ukraine, but defeat Russia in military means, in politically means, in economically. It's not an easy thing to do.
Mm-hmm. So what would that mean? Defeat Russia? Is that to change the government in the end, or what would be the?
Well, this question should be put to those who want to achieve it.
But how do you regard it?
During our history, many persons and countries tried to defeat Russia. Well, at least for the time being, nobody succeeded. We, of course, are interested in achievement of a peaceful solution in Ukraine. And it means that a peaceful solution is possible only if we work with the roots of the crisis and not speak only about ceasefire for some time.
But it's a quite important thing what you say here, that the focus has changed from having peace in Ukraine to defeat Russia. So it's two completely different objectives. And is that a part of the European objective, or is it the common US-European objective, would you say, to defeat Russia?
Well, it's a quite known issue, and it is openly declared by the European politics, this aim to achieve this goal against Russia. What does it mean? Well, let's live and see. I doubt that this goal is possible to achieve, to tell you the truth.
I think what you said about defeating Russia is something I would like to hear a little bit more about that, because I guess you know about the RAND report. There has been several RAND reports from RAND Corporation. It's a think tank in USA, more or less. And they have been talking about this quite a lot. And that they have also pointed out that having a war in Ukraine would be a way to defeat Russia. And this was more than 5 years ago that this was stated. So what is your view? Is this, are there strong forces in US and also now in Europe? We started with sending helmets and blankets, and now we are sending long-range robots. Are there strong forces in this direction, you said, that we could be a part of?
There are, as I understand, forces in Europe and maybe in the United States also, who would like to continue this confrontation. And it's nothing new in history, or as we say, under the moon. For dozens of years, there was a Kissinger strategy that meant that there should be conflicts developed all over near the border of the Soviet Union and then of Russia to destabilize the situation in our country and to have control over Russia. It was actually developed in 1970s, and since this years it is working. But the goal is still unachieved.
Yeah. Is it about natural resources? What is the asset in Russia that would be interesting, would make it worth to achieve this destabilization?
Sovereignty, I suppose. Sovereignty, because there are several ways of thinking in international politics. And one of them is the superiority of so-called Western states, Western democracies, that should rule the world, rule how the countries should behave and should live. There are actually two big forces that are dangerous for this way of thinking because they are not going to obey. It's Russia and China, and they are strong enough to have their own opinion. Our attitude always was, is, and will be that all countries in the world are equal. All peoples in the world are equal. In spite, without taking into consideration, is it big or small, is it powerful or not, but the equality is the basis principle. It was a principle of the Soviet Union. It is still principle of the Russian Federation.
But you were invading Ukraine, and that is not a respect for the Ukraine.
Oh, well, it is a big philosophical question, of course, because, well, you think about invasion. We speak about the defending of people and values. You know that during many years, I suppose we spoke about this during our last conversation. The position of Russia was that we should fulfill the Minsk agreements and we should make the Ukraine to solve this problem with eastern regions.
In Donbass.
There was Donbass, yes, and there was a very clear plan how to do this. Unfortunately, it didn't work. We always said to the Ukrainians and to Western countries that we are very much afraid of the situation that Ukraine will try to solve this problem by force, by military means, just to punish Eastern Ukraine, to make them live as the Kiev regime wanted to. And you know that the Ukraine is the only country in the world where language of one nation is prohibited.
And this is the Russian language.
It's Russian language.
But it's very similar to Ukraine language, or...
It is, well, actually it's, well, brother languages. But Russian language is prohibited by law in all spheres of social activity, in education, in culture. And it didn't begin after the special operation began. It was before. And that was one of the reasons why there was tension and contradictions between a Russian-speaking population in Donbass and the Ukrainian government.
Innan vi går vidare vill vi påminna om att Swebb-TV är en obunden kanal. Vi är endast beroende av våra tittare. Notera att vårt Swish-nummer är 123 535 8692. It's not so much about getting peace in Ukraine for the European countries. It's more about defeating Russia. Is this something that Russia is really seeing as a big problem? Are Russia today seeing that as a real threat from NATO and European countries and maybe US also, that the war should continue and also be directed towards Russia?
Well, of course, it is not a good thing that military activity is continued, and we are not in favor of such means. Of course, the best way is to achieve a peaceful solution, and we are ready to speak about this. But we have to understand that if we think about military situation in the field, Russian troops are going further and further. Every day we have information that this or that village or town is moving under control of Russian troops. So in the field we are moving forward. Of course, we are not in favor of continuing military operations forever, but Russia have a great potential, and our position is that there is not possible to just stop all this crisis without dealing with its roots. We have to acknowledge that several regions, and namely Crimea, Donetsk, Lugansk, Zaporozhye and Kherson regions, they are now Russian territory.
Yeah, have you taken these?
Not yet.
Not yet. So this is still a part of the war to conquer these areas.
Not all these regions, but these regions declared themselves to be independent, and then joined Russia. They were adopted. And these regions are now, according to Russian constitution, a part of Russia.
Would you see this as, after the Soviet Union was over, was the border put in a wrong place?
I will not put the things in this way. As you remember, we had agreement on a border with the Ukraine. It was signed and ratified, and there was no official doubts that border is in the wrong place. Where it was, it was.
Okay. So,
but and when Crimea immediately went to Russia when there was a nationalist coup d'etat in Kiev. Donbass still was a region of Ukraine. And according to the Minsk agreements, there was no doubt that it's Ukrainian regions.
But it should get autonomous.
But they should get autonomous. They should get right to develop their own language or own culture. There was a special program for this.
Yeah, which was agreed in the Minsk agreement.
That was agreed in the Minsk agreement. Afterwards, we were told that it was a trick from the Ukrainian side and Germany and France, that they just wanted to win time to arm the Ukraine.
Yeah, that was something that Angela Merkel
Yes, it was a very, very amazing declaration of Angela Merkel that they never wanted to fulfill Minsk agreements. Now it's not possible to come back to this water. because there are millions of people, more than 6 million, if I'm not mistaken, of people in these regions.
That is a Russian-speaking
population, yes.
And today are considered to be a part of Russia,
yes,
according to Russia.
Yes, and they are not able anymore to live within the Ukraine. But we are not able to betray these people.
No, so your view is that you need to stand by their side and to win this war, to make this new border to become effective, so to say.
If needed by military means, it will be done by military means.
Yeah.
If it is possible to done by diplomacy, it will be done by diplomacy. Because one of our conditions is that the Ukrainian forces should withdraw from the territory of the most part of this territory is under Russian control. But there are parts of these regions where still are Ukrainian forces. We have to achieve the situation when the border will be established on the border of these regions.
What is the view from the people living in these mainly Russian-speaking areas that you consider to be part of Russia now? Are they agreeing with this still, or have there been any change in the opinion?
There was a great change in the opinions because at the first time there was no question to where these regions should belong. But afterwards, when it was quite clear that these regions cannot rely on Ukrainian government.
So from the beginning, it was clear that it was a part of Ukraine, but with
there was no doubt. No doubt from Donbas regions, no doubt from our point of view. But afterwards, when this conflict was developing, in different regions, figures were different. But what is the fact that in every of these districts, from 80 to 90% of population was in favor of coming into Russia.
Okay, and you have this vote also.
Referendum.
Referendum, yes.
Yes, and you see that the United Nations chair, we have several basic principles of international law and international politics. It's a principle of sovereignty of the states. At the same time, there is a principle of self-determination of nations. And we have to take into account all these principles. You remember how the colonial states were liberated and became independent. It was a great movement in 1960s and 1950s. Here we have actually the same situation when several million people do not want anymore to live within the Ukraine because they cannot.
And they still have this opinion,
still have this opinion.
So today, to get to peace in this war, what is the main difference between the Russian and the Ukrainian position?
Of course, I'm not in the delegation that is dealing with the negotiations, But if we analyze the open sources, the memorandums that were developed by Russian side and by the Ukrainian side, from a Russian point of view, it is crucial to have these regions within Russia, Russian-speaking regions who wanted to join Russia. It is very important to secure Russian national security on this direction of the Ukraine, and it means that Ukraine, as it was previously, should be a neutral state that is not a part of any military blocs.
But that haven't they agreed to that, or what is? Are they still claiming to have to be a part of NATO?
They are now wanting to become a part of NATO.
Still,
and for Russia, it is a great threat to national security.
Yeah. Okay, so these are the two main issues, you would say.
Then a very important issue is to secure rights of Russian-speaking population, because
within that area,
not only within this area,
Ukraine.
Within the Ukraine, because there are a lot of places in Ukraine where is still Russian-speaking population. It's a very big amount of population in the Ukraine, Russian-speaking people. And of course, there should be a prohibition by law of Nazi philosophy in the Ukraine, because Nazi philosophy, what it is? It is a principle that one nation is superior towards other nations. And in Ukraine, we see this very strong nationalism against Russians and Russian-speaking people.
So that is
that should be
a third condition, so to say.
Yes, that should be prohibited by law.
So the question is now how, and from the other side, Ukraine do not want to give these areas up, the Donbass, and or what is their position? How far
the
are
Ukrainians are not speaking about the roots of conflict, because it's not convenient and beneficial for them. They want to achieve ceasefire without no conditions.
Is that their only bid, so to say, that they want to have ceasefire, but they are not willing to accept any condition?
Yes, their memorandum, their vision was that they want to achieve ceasefire, and then they want to arrange a high-level meeting between the presidents of our states who can negotiate and find the solution. Our point of view is that first, as for the presidential meeting, of course it is possible, but it should be in the end of the process. And not in the beginning.
Yeah, of course you could have negotiations during the war.
I participated in, for example, negotiations with American colleagues on Kosovo operation, and it was extremely difficult to achieve a common solution. So it's a very hard job for professionals. To speak about the details, to develop a text, to develop understanding, and only when the solution is actually found, then the leaders of the state can approve it.
But in just a few months after this operation started, in the beginning of the spring 2022, yes, there was an agreement formulated that was more or less, yes, ready to sign. Yes. What if you compare the situation today with that agreement?
It was very much alike our attitude now.
Okay.
Because speaking about territories of Donbass, speaking about rise of Russian-speaking people, speaking about non-participation of the Ukraine in NATO, and what is important for us also, that there should be no nuclear weapons and weapons of mass destruction of the Ukrainian territory,
okay,
whether it was based, deployed, transferred, or anything else. And this agreement was almost ready to sign. It was verified. So
was it agreed from Zelensky and the government of
Ukraine? It was confirmed by the official Ukrainian delegation.
Okay.
And it was actually ready to sign. But at this time, the former Prime Minister of Great Britain,
Boris Johnson.
Yes, came to Kiev and directly prohibited President Zelensky to sign this agreement.
So this agreement, more or less, it was according to your today's requirement.
Yes, there is nothing new in our requirements.
The war is escalating quite a lot since that period. Would you say that this is about Ukraine today, or is it about defeating Russia?
Well, it's choice of the Western countries, whether they are going to think about the Ukrainian state, Ukrainian people, or are they really thinking about, solution of this crisis? Because if we want to achieve solution, we should work with this crisis. We should work with roots of this crisis, and we should make the situation clear so that this crisis is overcome and never return. Or the goal is not to, secure the Ukraine, but to achieve something else. Well, it's a question to our European colleagues, not to us, because our position is still the same, actually, as it was in spring of 2022, as it was confirmed by our president in beginning of summer last year, when he spoke in foreign ministry, confirming what will be Russian view on solution of the Ukrainian crisis. And as this position is principle, it is not changing.
Well, you said earlier that Russia is moving the front line a little bit every day, maybe 100 meters one day and a couple of 100 meters another day, and maybe less or more. How long will it take until you have taken these Russian-speaking areas?
Well, nobody knows, because sometimes it is possible to move forward for 100 meters a day, another several kilometers a day, but the case is that our commanders think very carefully about the casualties. We want to avoid casualties as much as possible. But of course, when we have military operation, there are casualties. People are dying from our side and from the Ukrainian side. Unfortunately, also civilians are dying. And that's why we want to achieve a solution as soon as possible. But, it's not possible to wait to suppose that Russia will be ready for any solution. From our point of view, it is extremely important to deal with the basic roots of the crisis.
Vill du ta hand om hjärtat och cirkulationen? Hjärt- och kärlpaketet innehåller D-vitamin, nattokinas, omega-3, Q10, selen och magnesium för blodflöde, energi och balans. Ett helhetsstöd för hjärtats funktion varje dag. Finns att beställa på butik.swebtv.se.
Why is this area so important for Europe and European countries? Why is Donbass so important that it should belong to Ukraine? Or is it actually about the defeating of Russia that this is about today?
Oh, well, it is a good question to European leaders. Is it that if there will be peace achieved, hopefully, in Ukraine, will they find some other crisis to oppose Russia? Or what will be the situation? If the aim is confrontation, you will find a way to develop this confrontation by any means. Ukraine is now the most urgent crisis that we have in Europe. We do remember that many years ago, when there was a war in Afghanistan, Taliban, that now is a terroristic movement, yes, and Bin Laden, with whom the United States fought and finally killed him, he was created by the United States as a tool to fight against Soviet troops in Afghanistan.
The situation in Ukraine, it was a proxy war led by USA towards Russia. It's a quite common opinion. And now it seems as USA is handing over this to the European leaders to continue this situation and also paying for the continuation.
Yes, and that's why I've mentioned that the main obstacle to the peaceful development is now becoming the European Union.
Yeah.
And namely 3 European countries, Germany, France, and Great Britain, who are trying to be leaders of this movement now.
Putin is visiting China for a 4-day visit in the end of August. And 4 days for a president in another country, it's extremely long, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And in China. So are these, you said in the last program, last interview, that the relation with China is becoming more and more important. You are exchanging students, and the trade is improving. And what is happening now, and what will happen in that meeting?
Well, relations between Russia and China are strengthening all the time. And we are now relations of, strategic partnership. So this cooperation is going further and further in actually all spheres of economics, social life, culture. And this will be a very special visit of our president because it's is connected not only to the bilateral relations. It will be 80 years of the end of the Second World War in the beginning of September. So it will be also a commemoration of the Second World War and victory in this war. As you remember, it ended with victory over Japan.
I guess for 4 days they will not celebrate this all the time.
No, it will, I suppose, one day celebration.
Yeah, exactly. So there will be a lot of other discussions. And one important thing that is on the agenda, I think, it's the BRICS organization.
This organization is developing very rapidly. So now it represents about 40% of world's economy. To compare with so-called Big Seven, it represents 1/3, so 30%.
And now we had this U.S. bombing in Iran. Will China and Russia show a bigger interest for this situation regarding Iran?
Well, BRICS is not a military bloc.
No.
It's economic, scientific, cultural cooperation, political cooperation as well. And we do support, of course, our partners within BRICS. And if we speak about this situation in Iran, it's a very clear violation of international law. So by Israel, and when, let's be frank, from the United States also, because it was a clear use of force against another state. Now this situation is over. I doubt very much that it will bring more security to the Middle East. But Russia didn't participate in this situation by military means. As for China, I don't know. It is relations between Chinese and Iranian government. But I suppose that Iran will be interested now in developing its defense.
And maybe China or Russia could help them with that.
Both China and Russia have good weapons.
And there was an Indian air jet fighter that was shot down by the Pakistani jet fighter, which was produced in China. And this Indian was from France. So, and maybe it was an old version or so, but so maybe this Chinese weapon also is becoming very efficient.
Well, I'm not a specialist in weapons, but I know that our partners in India were very glad that they bought anti-aircraft systems from Russia.
Yeah.
And they were very efficient during this conflict.
We discussed earlier that this war may not so much may not be so much about peace in Ukraine, but maybe about defeating Russia. I don't think you say it is that, but it could be a part of this.
It's a part of some very serious and big geopolitical development, I suppose.
What will be the Chinese position if that escalates?
Well, now we know that China and also, if I'm not mistaken, Brazil is trying to develop some suggestions to solve the crisis in the Ukraine.
Okay, so they will be part of the peace process.
Chinese and Brazilian initiative. Well, all efforts are welcome, and it is difficult to say what will work. When you are dealing with the crisis, you should try to use all means, all tools that are available.
But do you have some sort of agreement regarding defense with China that could be taken in use in case of this, if this escalates to a war against Russia?
We have also military contacts with China, but we do not have military alliance.
But do you have this organization, the Shanghai Cooperation?
Shanghai Cooperation Organization, yes.
Yeah. And that is a military organization also.
Within this organization, if I'm not mistaken, there is peacekeeping operations and peacekeeping forces.
With military...
But it's not a military alliance as NATO.
No. But in case of need for peacekeeping, it could be a part of a cooperation.
Well, we have different peacekeeping facilities. And, first of all, the United Nations.
But that has not been working in this case for Ukraine.
Not yet.
Not yet. I think that was all that I have noted for my questions. Thank you very much for this information. I wish you a good summer also.
Thank you very much.
Du bidrar enklast genom Swish eller bankgiro. Eller bli gärna månadsgivare genom periodiska överföringar från ditt bankkonto till vårt bankkonto. Det är också möjligt att betala med kreditkort genom att trycka på knappen Donate på vår hemsida. Du hittar alla kontouppgifter längst ner på hemsidan swebtv.se. På vår hemsida kan du också anmäla dig för att få mejl. Vi använder vår mejllista endast för att informera om våra program och annat liknande.